Welcome to my Should You Buy series where I talk about gameplay, story, and my overall impressions on the game. At the end of the video, I give it a rating. Now, today we're talking about Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, the main story of Assassin's Creed Revelations takes place in 1511 to 1514, and the main plot basically is traveling to Constantinople to find 5 keys needed to unlock Altair's secret library in Masyaf, and each key you unlock will basically give you flashbacks of Altair's memories, basically trying to conclude Ezio's and Altair's story. Now, I'm glad to see Altair, believe me, but I felt like he should have gotten a second standalone game because his part in Revelations just seems a little rushed, and part of me thinks they tried to cop out because they didn't want to make a second Altair game, which is unfortunate, but that's my only complaint with the story. But one of the problems I have is the lack of returning characters. The only time Claudia, Ezio's sister, gets mentioned is when he's writing to her. Leonardo doesn't reappear, which is unfortunate. And this is Ezio's final game. I really wish we could see them just one final time. Now, I wanted to talk about Sophia a little bit. She's basically Ezio's main love interest in Revelations, but initially Ezio really liked her, but didn't want to pursue her because of the life he lives, which is understandable, but then she kind of gets wrapped into that life, and of course, by then she knows what Ezio does, but instead of leaving him or something, she stands by his side even after she was lied to, and eventually they get married after Revelations, which is nice to see because a lot of characters like Ezio end up alone or die by unfortunate circumstances, so I'm just glad Ezio got that happy ending with the woman he loved. So in Assassin's Creed Revelations, one of the new things that they added to Eagle Vision, which I was really excited because I didn't think that they would change something like Eagle Vision. You can see the enemies' walking patterns and where they're going to go next and where they are, which really helps predict enemies' movement and really helps with your stealth, and it's a feature that I didn't know I needed until now. Another feature that they added that I didn't think they were going to fix with the last game was the throwing knives. It's finally viable. You can finally use it. All you gotta do is press triangle and look at the enemy, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. Unlike the other games where it was impossible to use them. So I was so glad when they fixed that one issue I had with some of the other games. Now, one of the new gadgets you get is called the Hook Blade. The main purpose of it is to make parkour not only better, but easier. So if you're climbing up a building in the other games, how you would do slow and stiff movements, but since you have the Hook Blade in Assassin's Creed Revelation, it makes it quicker and smoother, which I didn't know I needed until this feature was added to this game, and damn, I'm gonna miss it when they take it away. Now, one of the new features that is in this game that's not particularly my favorite is den defense. Moral of the story, it's tower defense, but Assassin's Creed, I don't really know why it's in here because it just feels weird to have tower defense. And Assassin's Creed, it was never added in the other Assassin's Creed games, so it just goes to show that people did not want this, and I don't want it either. But one of the main features that this game is really known for out of the trilogy is bombs. That's right, you can make bombs in this game. You can make impact bombs, you can make sticky bombs, you can make smoke bombs, even cherry bombs. But unfortunately, other than smoke bombs, I did not use any type of bombs because I just felt there wasn't a need because you have so many other gadgets like the pistol, the knives, etc. you can use in place of them that they just made smoke bombs really good and almost all Ezio games, so unfortunately there really was no need to use any others. Now I want to talk about Templar dens a little bit. Here Templar dens are very similar in the way Borgia Towers were in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but what's different about them is that the dens in Revelations is what you can do after basically capturing them. So when you capture them, they stop being Templar dens, obviously, and they become Assassin's dens where you can tell your assassins to go after certain targets or try to level them up. You can even assign master assassins to one of these dens. I just really think, that's cool. And it goes to show how big the assassin organization has become, and it's all because of Ezio and what he did in Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2. Now, they did bring back renovating buildings and shops in Revelations. I've always liked the renovating mechanic, but it's just a really fast way to make money as well. But speaking of shops, I did want to talk about something that Revelations got rid of that I'm thrilled. They got rid of Shop Quest. To my knowledge, there is no Shop Quest that I could find whatsoever in Revelations. I'm so happy about the fact because Shop Quest, as I talked about in my Brotherhood video, sucked. They should have never been added, and I'm so glad they took it away in this game. Hallelujah. Now, I usually get the secret outfit that they have in the Ezio games, but the outfit you get in Revelations is ridiculously hard and grindy to get. What you basically have to collect is 25 animus fragments, which are just some are just locked in certain parts of the game that you just can't get unless you're in that specific part of the game. And then you gotta collect 10 codex pages after doing the animus once. Then after that, you have to do the hidden tombs. You have to do all of them. Then you have to do the Sophia missions, and then you have to max out each of your assassins to max rank, then assign them to each den that you have unlocked in the game, which I think there's like 5 to 10 of them. And after all that, you gotta do one last hidden tomb, and then you get the outfit. I just think that is way too much, too grindy, and I looked up the outfit, it even looked that cool anyways. It was good stat-wise, it probably is the best armor in the game, but I didn't want to waste my time. Now, one of my favorite additions that they added in Revelations is how the executions are done in the game. In Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, they were decent, but they weren't unique. In Revelations, it has some unique executions and kills, it just makes you really feel like a badass. Now, the level design in Revelations is amazing. Probably the best in the Ezio collection. There is this one specific mission where you use a flamethrower. Yeah, that's right, a flamethrower to take out other boats. And then after you take out the boats, your boat gets blown up. There's a fire everywhere. You have to run. It's such good mission and such good level design. Even if it isn't the best story out of the trilogy, it has easily the best levels. But I want to talk about the DLC real quick for Revelations, aka The Lost Archive. It's basically an interactive puzzle game for some reason where you play as Subject 16. I wish I could tell you more about the story, but there isn't much to tell because it's just mainly lore dumping modern era, has nothing to do with Ezio or anything, and simply it just fucking sucks. Probably up there as one of the worst DLCs I ever played. There's nothing really I like about it. If you're gonna have modern day stuff, at least make it modern day assassin stuff, but no. They just do a modern era interactive puzzle game for whatever reason. Do not waste your time. Just skip this DLC entirely unless you really just want to suffer like I did. And if you really wanted to know about the lore that's in the DLC, honestly, my recommendation, just look it up on YouTube. Don't waste your time playing it. That's a bunch of hours you just will never get back. But I wanted to talk about Assassin's Creed Embers. Now, I know this isn't part of Revelations, but it shows the end of Ezio and what happens to him and how he dies, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Now, it's a 15 to 20 minute animated video, basically, like I said, showing how Ezio lived after Revelations and how he died and how he married Sophia and he even has a kid and then he helps this assassin. But basically, you can find it on YouTube or you can play it on the Ezio collection, and it's just a nice little send-off and you can see how he passes away, and like when he passed away, man, it just struck my heart. Like, I felt like I was getting stabbed in the chest. But overall, Assassin's Creed Revelations might not have the best story. It's definitely more polished what they started with Assassin's Creed 2 and improved upon in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It's probably the best mission design wise and gameplay wise as well. And I do have to add the DLC as part of the base game for my rating, but I do think if you want to see the end of Ezio's story, yes, you should buy the game. But my final verdict rating Assassin's Creed Revelations is a 7 out of 10. Now, if you like these Assassin's Creed videos and you want me to keep making more or do other videos like these, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Until the next one, I'll see you later.